In a small, forgotten town, a chilling whisper echoed through the streets on a night when the moon hung low and full. The townsfolk had long spoken of a sinister presence lurking in the abandoned church at the edge of town. They said it thrived on fear, feeding on the terror of unsuspecting souls who dared to cross its threshold. Just a week ago, a group of teenagers made a pact to prove the rumors wrong, unaware that their bravado would awaken something ancient and malevolent. The night was thick with tension as they approached the church, armed only with flashlights and bravado. As they stepped inside, the air grew dense with an unsettling stillness. The wooden pews creaked under their weight, and every corner seemed to hold the shadows of the past. They joked nervously, but laughter quickly dissolved into uneasy silence when a thick fog rolled in, cloaking their surroundings. Suddenly, a chilling sound shattered the quiet. A door slammed shut behind them and darkness enveloped the room. Panic surged through their group as they scrambled to find their way, but the church had transformed. Long-lost voices echoed in the rafters, whispering of regrets and lost souls. The teenagers huddled together, fear pooling in their stomachs. They knew they had to leave, but the way out had twisted into an endless maze. As they moved deeper into the church, they stumbled upon a dusty altar, its surface engraved with strange, ancient symbols. In the flickering light of their flashlights, they noticed a peculiar book resting upon it, bound in faded leather and emanating an unholy energy. They hesitated, but curiosity clawed at them. What secrets lay within those pages? Ignoring the warnings, one of them reached out and opened the book. A cold wind gusted through the room, the whispers rising to a crescendo, almost begging them to stop. But it was too late. The words on the pages began to glow, a blinding light filling the church. Terrified, they tried to close it, but it wouldn't budge. The air crackled with electricity and visions flooded their minds. Images of the church's dark past, of the people who vanished without a trace, their screams trapped in the air, echoing endlessly. Desperation sank in as one by one, their friends began to see visions of their greatest fears coming to life. At that moment, with their sanity teetering on the edge, one of them shouted for everyone to follow him to the back exit. They sprinted through the twisting hallways, the shadows whispering, urging them to stay. But just as hope began to flicker, they stumbled across a familiar face, one of the friends who had gone missing weeks ago. His eyes were hollow, his mouth curled into an eerie smile. "Join us," he whispered, a voice cruelly sweet. "Stay forever." As panic engulfed them, the ground trembled and the church began to shift, feeding off their fear and confusion. They fought against the pull of the darkness, but it was relentless. In a desperate act of bravery, one of them grabbed the book from the altar and hurled it against the wall, shattering the spectral hold it had on them. The shadows shrieked, the air thick with rage as the door creaked open, a sliver of moonlight shining through. Rushing towards the light, they could feel the church's grip loosening. Just as they reached the threshold, something invisible yanked them back. With one last ounce of strength, they burst through the door and collapsed onto the grass outside, gasping for breath, heartbeats echoing in their ears. But in the quiet that followed, they understood that they were not free. The whispers had followed them, entwined with their very souls. Each one of them began to sense the darkness lurking behind them, waiting for the perfect moment to strike again. If you're intrigued by this chilling tale and want to hear more stories that send shivers down your spine, be sure to subscribe to Dark Reel and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what lies ahead in the shadows.